generally in pro play, you see Jhin, Ezreal, Xayah as the three, like, I must be safe marksmen.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it's kind of up to those. Instead, he's going to go towards Corki. So he's playing more lane dominant here. It is less safe, but of course you still do have some safety from the Valkyrie.
Yeah.
But the amount of poke that you can actually put in, if you're landing, a Tangle Barbs into a Foss Bomb, like that can be just lights out for a laning phase pretty much immediately.
Our grubs are about to spawn. Inspired is immediately at the objective and ready to start this up, but Yuji is going to make his way up into the top side instead. Busio could be caught in a bad spot, drops the tether, flashes away as it procs, and Masu fires back towards Yuji.
And in a comfortable spot as APA making his way down here. Bwipo has not spotted him. And Bwipo has no phase rush available, so we'll see if he gets caught.
Oh, Bwipo very low on mana, but it wouldn't even matter anyway. A nice petrifying gaze from APA, immediately followed up with a miasma. No way for Bwipo to get out of that one. First blood TL.
He's only up 170 gold, right? So there is a cost to that, absolutely.
And for APA especially, being one of the players that a lot of Team Liquid fans, did I cast a curse it already? He might be in a little bit of danger now as Inspired has made his way down here to work together with Bwipo. Second cast of the Cyclone sets it up for Bwipo to knock it down. FlyQuest tie up the game 1-1.
People are kind of saying it's Jan versus the world at times, right? And you have to give credit to Core. He's down there too, holding up that rock. But the top side of the map has been struggling, and let's see if we can get the big performance.
Immediately, though, Inspired tries to go in for the engage on Team Liquid. They wanted to bring in that Wombo combo with a Wukong and the Galio, but they don't quite find their mark. Herald is going to be summoned, though, and they'll just use that to try to torpedo towards mid lane. Nice pillar from Yuji. Blocks the Herald from being able to complete the charge, so that does not mean they get any value out of it. The Herald instead just going to crash into that terrain as Busio wants to flash forward for the tether proc to Core JJ, but Core's able to flash away. Now FlyQuest going back towards the Drake. It's down to 4,000 HP, but a TP's coming in. FlyQuest ready to try to fight. Quad immediately having to flash as he arrives with his TP. APA chasing after the Victor. Multiple Twin Fangs hitting the target, but a terrible petrifying gaze. APA spins a big cooldown for a whole lot of nothing, and now FlyQuest has to be careful with their AD carry. Masu backing away a little bit further as Impact and Quad keeping each other busy on the left side of the fight. The Wukong clone absorbs any follow-up there from Team Liquid, and it looks like FlyQuest is going to get the objective and get back out.
FlyQuest has got to get down here. Quad was fully on the top side. Inspired was back in base, so TL are just trying to rush.
Yeah, Team Liquid, they are taking B first to the objective very seriously, immediately bringing this thing down to about 4,000 HP. The Otacon's below 3K now. FlyQuest seeing if maybe there's anything they can do, but the Otacon is already secured by Team Liquid. Beautifully done there. Tower's still alive. UG and APA going in as Quad tries to turn it around with the Arcane Storm, and Inspired immediately follows it up with a Cyclone. APA is out of there, and Team Liquid thought they might have had a chance, but FlyQuest stops that. Impact with a solo kill on Bwipo down on the other side of the map. Gets something back for TL.
Has not been playing up to his standards, but doing well in this matchup. Bwipo had the counter pick. This is a matchup he's super comfortable on, and Impact gets that solo kill. Trying to go for the execute here, and he does get it with that TP coming in. That is really well done.
2v2 into 2 kills for the enemy team, but you almost know that you're going to die as soon as you do it. So making the noble play for the team as Team Liquid trying to see if they can find something here on the Quad. A big pop blossom for the engage, but where's the rest of the follow-up? Core JJ is already down, and FlyQuest counterpunch just hits harder. Quad is still alive. Jan's trying to fire back into the lines of FlyQuest, but he ain't finding a whole lot. Impact's going to be killed off next. Bwipo takes him down with a winds of war as APA needs a couple more Twin Fangs. Quad flashes away, and Masu's going in for the auto attacks on the Snake as Bwipo's in a 1v2, and he wins those! Triple kill for Wide Bwipo. Ace for FlyQuest. But like you said, FlyQuest absorbed most of this through shields and healing.
Yep, and that is the power of their composition. Tons of AoE magic damage. Inspired looking for this engage, and Impact, he is out and alone.
Yeah, Impact could be in some danger here. Nearly gets one back onto Inspired, but again, yield ground to FlyQuest as they push forward and look to take over the TL jungle. Bwipo going in there after APA, the Justice Punch, and everything just knocks him down. Redemption. The objective bounty claim to the bottom lane of the Tier 1 turret, at least by Impact, as now Team Liquid scrambling to try to do something about this Baron. Impact TP's up, but it's going to be a little bit too little, a little bit too late. A little bit of a Baron for FlyQuest. 9,500 gold lead now.
Right, that's generally kind of the thought process, but TL just don't really have the tools to do that.
Okay, Bwipo now getting jumped on. Team Liquid seeing if maybe they can try to pick the Galio, but it just doesn't work. Bwipo makes some distance and then immediately re-engages. Now the rest of FlyQuest coming up right behind him. The tier 2 turret is already down and Inspired's going in looking for the damage. Yawn is gone. APA on the run. Core JJ about to fall next as Impact can't even survive in his own base. Quad and Bwipo chasing away the remaining players on Team Liquid. There's only 2 of them, and they're not about to do a whole lot. No ultimate for either the Trundle or the Cassiopeia, and they're staring down the barrel of a 5-man FlyQuest push. Bottom lane inhibitor is already gone. Mid lane inhibitor is about to follow, as are the Nexus turrets. APA and UG, they'll scramble. They'll try to buy a couple of extra seconds, but that's about all they'll be able to get as APA takes a lot of damage, flashing back into the safety of the fountain steps, but it still might not be enough. Masu continues firing. FlyQuest made game 1 look easy.
15,500 gold lead here before 30 minutes for FlyQuest.